Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, my name's are Kevin Odun. This is Huruma Town Youth Group, and I am the chairman for Huruma Town Youth Group. I'm the current chairman till the end year when we'll be doing the elections. So we are youths in this area, as in we have different youths who are in this organization, but since the way you came, the three of us are representing the group. So let me just give my other friends also to introduce themselves before I go to the details about the group. Yeah. So
To me, I will not talk more. I will say just my name. My name is Clement Mwanzo. I'm a member of H-Town Youth Group.
My name is Ted Ngeywa. I'm a member also.
yeah, so if I come back to now Huruma Town Youth Group, as you can see in short form it's called H-Town. That is a short form for Huruma Town Youth Group. We are situated in Mathare constituency, in this area, in this village. So to come up with this idea, there were so many challenges which were targeting us as youths in this country. As you can know, we have so many issues pertaining the issue of youths. Problem in terms of poverty, which we've really tried to fight it, but it seems we are still in the same pathetic situation that we've been through all time. So like us, we were born in this area, our big brothers came, they are still in the same pathetic situation. So we are really trying on how we can make it go. So it was in 2008, after the post-election violence, when we were three guys whom we met. We started it like a merry-go-round. We used to meet, collect money, then it was going a circular merry-go-round. This time I get the money, next time another person. So after that is when we saw that how is it really helping us? Why can't we just form something which can be recognized even by the government, so that we can do an extra mile, we can go an extra mile. So that is when we came and sit down, we welcomed other youths with an aim of creating an agenda or a platform for us youths around this area, so that the community also can feel what the youth can do. Because we completed high school, some of us completed school, we don't have money to go ahead with our studies, so we find that life is very hard outside here, and then there are no jobs, the government is just there relaxed. When it comes to when they want to get the leadership is when they come on the ground. They cheat us, that they promise with promises which we don't get. So eventually we still remain in the same cocoon, crying. So those are the challenges which have made us come together to form this platform, whereby we came as youths, we contributed some cash for us to build this hall, which is right here, which we use it as our office and also as a resource center place, whereby we do our works, the activities that we do, artworks. Yeah, so those are challenges that we've been facing. Only that there are some issues that really, constraints that are normal in terms of maybe financial input. Those are the greatest challenges that we've got, because we've never gotten maybe somebody to chip in to help us, maybe, or maybe we partnership with anybody who can maybe uplift us, so that we can help one another to maybe change the system in the this slum area of Huruma. Yeah, and maybe also the kids who are coming, we can mentor them so that they cannot pass the way we are passing in these many challenges of drug issues, of which my friend is going to talk about it later. Let me not talk about that. Maybe we are going to help one another. There's so many issues, crime rates. Yeah, so, and those challenges are coming directly to us youths. So we are trying to create a platform on how we can help one another. Yeah, so that is the history of H-Town, Huruma Town Youth Group. It's a platform for the youths, and we are hoping in future for it to grow, maybe even to an NGO, so that you can know that us and the youths, these small kids who are coming, they can get somewhere where they will be getting their economic, maybe entrepreneurial activities, yeah, instead of relying from the government, which is just reluctant, thinking about their belly, stomachs. Yeah, yeah, that's all about maybe the history, the short period. So maybe my friend Clement can proceed in terms of crime issues and drug abuse.
Okay, thank you.
What I will say is just we're trying to create job opportunity for our next generation, like self-employment, such as garbage collection, urban gardening. That is what we are trying to do in order to get out of crime, drugs, sexual abuse, and more. I will not say a lot of it.
Yeah, so you just generalized in what we do, as in to make ourselves busy. So we find that there also some activities which our member here maybe can talk about it. He has engaged various kids and youths in some activities where he can just talk about them at least because he's the one in that department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I can say I joined this group because it is active. Then the members wanted to help other youth out there in the streets. Yeah, and that's why I formed a group of football. Yeah, football boys and girls to help them also.
Yeah, so pertaining that issue of that team, there's a team. In fact, he was the one who challenged us. For me, I lost hope. I was a soccer player, but I lost hope when I came from high school. It wasn't really helping me. This country is really wasting us because you find that there are opportunities, but there's no one to show us that light that you can do this and then you can prosper from it. In fact, the three of us, we are good footballers, but it reaches a time you just lose hope. But he's the one who came and raised that issue that why can't we involve the young kids? Maybe we get like 3 teams which we can be supporting. So he's the one who is coaching the young boys and girls. They're in Mesa. Yeah. And so we are really hoping that one day we are going to make them achieve what we didn't achieve. Yeah. Because the same thing, the vision that we had will be coming through them. This issue of people thinking that without me, nothing can happen. It should be also, you should have that mentality of thinking of that small kid. You can do what you didn't do through that small kid. So that is what we are trying to do with the team that he's having. Yeah. To also put the kids together to avoid the bad things, because you know here in slum areas the issue of drug is very it's very high. Find that small kids know what about banks, marijuana, changa. It's very pathetic, and such issues you find that that's why there is high rate of women claiming that men are not active when it comes to sexual participation. No, and those are the issues which maybe do our families not prosper nicely. Yeah, so we are trying really to fight such issues, because there's also a platform that we have here that we do community outreach programs, trainings pertaining drug issues and HIV awareness. Yeah, we demonstrate now people should be using condoms, female and male condoms, to avoid the issues of HIV, which has been a menace in this country. Yeah, and it's really affecting mostly us, people who are on a lower capacity. Those people who cannot, who get less than $1 a day. You know, you can't, without food you can't live. So you find that the government is giving you ARVs free, but now food, where do you get that food? Because you don't have job. So you find that with us, sometimes we sit down, we contribute a little bit, we collect clothes, then we visit homes, and also like Mother Teresa Children's Home, we usually visit that place. Sometimes we go to Mathare. There's a home there for small kids. There's a school there, so we take food there so that we can at least share with them the little that we have. Yeah, and that is what we call, maybe we believe we want to create community development so that at large the community can grow. Yeah, and we forget about politicians because they're the ones who bring these avocations. If we remember what happened in 2007, it was not about me, Clement, or trading. It was about the politicians coming and creating their platform in order for me to kill Clement, to carry a panga and kill Teddy. And those are the issues we don't want, because tribal issues are very bad. And as much as we are trying to fight it, you can see it's really seen that they're still coming on the same issue. They're trying to divide us, but right now we believe that we are changed. We don't want that thing to happen again. So we believe in that what we are doing, the project that we are doing, the various projects that we have right now, we believe that if a youth, we show him that this is the way, he will focus on it, and because practice makes perfect. So whenever we believe that somebody is mentored through farming, one day, we never know, we might get a land somewhere. This is a small place where we do our demonstration. Maybe we can't sustain ourselves through it. So we have to do many things collectively so that maybe we can sustain ourselves. Yeah, and now for this area now, for us to be allowed to use this area, it was about the community work that we've been doing, voluntary services, cleanups, yeah, in this area. So the people living in this area decided that they should give us this place so that we can rehabilitate it, because it was just a bush. So we cleared it and made it. Yeah. So maybe if you can, there's various projects which we do pertaining the group. There's this one for beadworks, maybe Clement can talk about it. This is part of art, it's large. Those are beads made from paper. Since we do garbage collection, so we find that there is these 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and the 3 R's which we consider in this paper and as other garbage stuffs. So after collecting the garbage stuffs, we separate them completely, and then we find that we put paper to separate from metal, from plastics. Yeah. So these are the papers which we have collected, and we've made these wonderful chains and bangles. Yeah. Then those are some papers there. There are some papers which are shredded. We take them, then we make paper mache to make such objects. Yeah. Then majorly we want to train the young kids in this, pertaining these artworks, so that they can know at least that art is everything. Because even I believe that God, for him to create us, he had that art of making an image. So we believe that art is everything. Yeah. So that's why we are trying to put art practically. Yeah. That is in the field of art. So maybe in agriculture we can go outside, because most of our things are outside there, but the few that are inside here is just that guinea pig. Don't know if you want to take it also. The ones we are doing, we have guinea pig, rabbits, poultry, doves. Poultry, there is doves, there is ducks, there is chicken. Yeah. And we are planning to have more. Yeah. For in terms of business now, for now we don't think it's really business, because that challenge of getting more, yeah, it has been a problem. But we pray that with the determination that we have, we are going to make it. Yeah. So it's only God who we are putting in front, and the strength that we have. Yeah.
So do you sell the necklaces?
Yeah, we sell them, but now you find that where we take them at Kariako, for somebody to take them for you, he wants to use you. He is taking them at a very low price. So you find that you've used fare to go there. It's discouraging, but we have not lost hope. We are still making them so that maybe some people come here and get interested to them, they buy from here. So we are not going to lose hope, because we feel that it's something that can work. Yeah. So for artwork, maybe for the chains, we get so few customers. Then for something like this is also art. For recycle, part of it, it's called a mosaic. You can either use paper or eggshells in making it. Yeah, so it's a matter of just concentration to make the image. Use the eggshells which make the tesserize for stickings. Yeah. Then maybe from the small knowledge that we have about art is what we apply. Then we help one another. For what Clement does not know, I teach him. For what he knows and I don't know, he teaches me. Yeah, that's how we grow.
Would you like to show me your urban agriculture projects?
Yeah, no problem. We can show you.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe if you just go. Yeah, maybe you can start here. This is Teddy's department. Teddy can talk about it. Mr. Teddy.
Yeah.
This is Teddy's department.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Here we keep dogs, and they help us in many ways. Yeah, yeah. They are food. It's meat. This one, yeah, yeah. And we also sell them. Yeah. So we have around 30 doves. Yeah.
Yeah, so as you can see, they have now gone outside. They're eating. They're just out there. They have just come out from the house. Yeah, you can see.
Oh wow!
That's how he calls them. You can see them. They're used to him. They know him. So that is the first project. Then maybe you can go there to chicken. These are local ones. Yeah, but there are few. There are just a few. We are planning that this house should be full. We are targeting like 300 chickens here, but now we have only 15. So we are misusing this house for now. But we plan that we are going to achieve what it's supposed to carry. Yeah. Then this is now for chicken. They are local ones. So
And you're using them to produce eggs, right?
yeah, for eggs which we sell. Yeah, then also for meat. Yeah. But for now we are really trying so that we do breeding, so that at least the number can increase. Because we find that sometimes you go buy other chicken from far distance. When you bring them, they have diseases. So you find that you'll be doing zero work. It brings us disease here. It becomes more expensive treating them. Yeah. Then there's rabbits on the other side. Or maybe you can just finish this side so that you can go to rabbit side.
Okay.
This one is Clement. I think you can talk about this.
No, I will talk about garbage more.
Garbage.
About urban farming.
Okay, let me talk about it. This is a multi-story garden. We started making 4 gunias. What are gunias? Sacks. Yeah. Garden sacks. So we started by sacks, but now we've tried
Oh, don't worry.
to make it grow to this using this polythene, which is bigger. It holds many. So it's just a matter of putting soil and stones to make it come firm. I don't know how I can explain it because I'm used to practical thing so that I can demonstrate, but this is called a multi-story. It can handle like maybe 60 pieces of mini stems, yeah, scales. So you can see those are all the sacks. These ones are the old sacks, but we want to replace them with this. It's only that we lack this one for now. These polythene papers. So these are sacks, the ones which we started with. And the sack can stay for like 6 months. These sacks, they can stay for like 6 months. this is now the urban farming that we are doing. You can see also the moist garden there, whereby we are planting on the lami. Those are moist gardens. Then these ones are, how do you call them? You can just carry it like a flower. Instead of putting flower vases, we are using these ones as flowers. But it's food. Instead of doing flowers only, we've decided to use food now. We put it even outside the door. So instead of somebody coming and seeing flowers, he comes and sees vegetables. Lunch, just pluck, cook, and it continues growing. Yeah. So that is part of agriculture. Then on the other side there is rabbits. This other side. The space is small, but you can use this side. We have the rabbits also. There were so many, but now we sold them because even we have a problem with this house. You know, making the house is very expensive the way we were told it's supposed to be. So this is just a local one. We find that the rain is the one which is really distorting us. So they really die. Like now you can find this one has died because of the rain. It has died because of rain. So we're planning in future maybe if you can make a good house, because we want to make it in terms of business, so that at least somebody can, as youth, you can rely on it. You can do it as business thing, not as a hobby. Yeah. So this is a rabbit project that we've started by this.
And you're growing them for meat.
Yeah, for meat and also for the skin. So we sell them. Yeah. And these are our upcomings. Our upcoming youths. There are so many. Some have gone for tuition. We have them. We have like 20 of them. On Saturdays, some come. We teach them on art, paintings. In fact, this one is we call him the president of the small kids. He's the one who represents them. Yeah, it's called Rich. Can you say your name?
Rich.
So he's a very active boy. Yeah. So apart from that, agriculture, there is garbage collection, which we do. And maybe Clement, you can talk about maybe garbage collection in terms of how we do it. How is it related to urban farming?
Urban farming, first garbage, you take garbage as a manure. Garbage is money. People take garbage as waste material. But if you see, this one is garbage, but it is manure. Garbage, out of garbage we make chain, necklace, money like selling plastic, metal materials. That is what we get from garbage. If I can tell you, all my clothes I buy out of garbage money. That is what I can tell you. That is a little what I can tell you about garbage.
So you find that the food stuff that we get from garbage also, we make that is a place we made for making the manure. That whole. It's only that it has been rained, so it has gotten inside. You can just come. It's a compost. As you can see, this is a compost that we've made from the garbage. So we use it for doing the farming issues, manuring. Yeah. So, and the plastic that he has talked about, there's a place we put them behind the office there. I don't know if you want to capture also that.
Sure, why not?
Plastics that we collect. It's the only space that is really an issue, but so I don't know if you just go down a little bit. These are the plastics that we collect, so that's where we put them, because you don't have other place you don't have the storage place. Yeah, for now. But in future we are going to even rent some place to do it as a business. This is the little that we collect from the garbage.
And what do you do with the plastic,
The
Kevin?
plastics. Yeah, we categorize them. There are those ones for quencher, and then the real plastic, as in they're taken categorically. So you find that they have different prices. After sorting, we put them aside, then we take them to the factory. Yeah, but you know, having dreams is also good. We think big, but being realistic. So we pray that one day, we're going to have even the machines for shredding these plastics, so that we cannot be taking them to the company, because you take them there, they buy it at a very small price. Then for them, they go selling it at a very, even a triple price the way you sold it to them. So you find that that is resources that we are taking to the Mwindis. You get? And then this is money which is supposed to be helping us. Yeah. So that is also what we are trying to see, because those are opportunities. Then this is a charcoal that also we made. This one. It is a charcoal that we made out of paper and charcoal dust. Charcoal dust. So we are trying to use the available materials, locally available materials, to make these issues, because we don't have the real things, as in the compressors, the machines. So we usually do it manually. We just take tins, we squeeze it until it forms this shape. So then we dry them. After that, it takes maybe 2 weeks to dry. But now, since it's raining, it's very complicated, because the sun goes, comes, goes, so it's very hard. But it works, this charcoal, for maybe boiling water, githeri, yeah, food stuffs. Yeah.
So you use them for people. You sell them to people to use for energy.
Yeah, for using as energy. But the rate, for now, it's a new thing that we've just started, because we've not really done it for a long time. We just introduced it. Yeah, so we believe that in future we are going to make it for people to know that paper is not waste. It can be used in various activities.
So what are these charcoal briquettes made of again, Kevin?
They're made of paper
Mm-hmm.
and charcoal dust, or you can also use sawdust. Yeah, sawdust, or even soil. Soil. You can also use that one for making them. Yeah.
And then people can burn them in their ovens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's cheaper. So you find it's a part of utilization of the available resources to make the program go. Now the sustainability is what we are hoping that with our determination, we pray God to help us so that the project can have that sustainability to grow, yeah, to become what I just mentioned before, an NGO maybe, but it can be for us, people in Huruma, to know exactly that we can make it even without the politicians, yeah, because God is only the way.
And we also sell water here, yeah? Yeah, when rationing, water rationing, yeah, we have this,
The jerry cans, we have them like 30, but they're not here because they lack water. After filling them is when we bring them here. Yeah. We put them in the residential area around here for, after filling them is when we bring them here. So we have jerry cans like, they're 30 or 20? 30? Yeah. So, and then in that, we also planning to do a water vending, a bigger one. You know, we just started with these jerry cans. We want now to have our own meter. As in, then we can be storing in a tank, so that anybody who wants water can come and buy from that place. The other area that I just mentioned before, we have an area that we've identified and we want to make a water vending project there. Yeah. It can also become part of our resource center. Yeah. So that's all I think what each town it takes.
yeah, if I had even chairs, yeah, we
do event organizers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only, but there are a few. There are a few, so we just use them locally. It's not gone that big to be doing in terms of vending or maybe to the community. Yeah. We just use them locally. So maybe that Opio is also here with us, the coordinator. I don't know if he has something he can say.
You can
Welcome. Yeah, we were just talking about H-Town in full, in terms of what we do, yeah, what made us come together as youths. Yeah. So we were just winding up. Maybe you can say hi and maybe you can say hi and tell what you know about yourself or H-Town.
Me, I don't have much. I hope I've talked a lot. So what I can just add is that we are H-Town is a youth group. We are working together. We normally support teamwork. That's what makes us go on. Because if you don't work as a team, you cannot do anything. That's what I can say.
And what's your name?
My name is Joseph Pio.
And you live here in Huruma Town?
I live in Huruma Town. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's no more anything that you can add. Unless you have maybe any other question that maybe
So you're all from were you all born here in Huruma Town?
exactly, we are all from this village of Huruma location. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the entire Huruma. So we've collectively come together from different corners, not basically in one house, different corners, different tribes. So we are together. Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with people about your work and why you started it and what you're doing?
Yeah, what I can say is that for somebody to succeed in life, I think there is determination, perseverance, and patience. Then God first. That's the only thing that you need.
Yeah, so you be focused. You know what you want to achieve in life. You have goals.
Yeah, what I can tell the youths outside there is to join a group, not just to stay alone. Yeah, must be in a group to succeed.
Yep. So I think that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do your families think of your work here? Your parents and your siblings?
Yeah, basically that is also one of the challenges that I got, because I'm an orphan myself. I lost my parents when I was class 5. Yeah, so from there I've been staying with my sister, and my sister has really been supporting me since then. So for me personally, I can say that life is what you take it. Apart from the challenges that you take, or that encounter us, it's only believing in what you want to do, because life ends up the moment you're dead. But when I'm alive like this, and I know I can get food, that's the major thing, and rent, and I have my hands. So just pray that maybe time will come. Our time has not yet come. Time will reach when we'll also be able to help other people. Now we are trying to share what we have, the little we have, but we believe that one day we are going to produce it to the people and share completely, fully. Yeah.
What's your biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge, as in pertaining the project or the entirely? Pertaining the project, I think it has been the support in terms of financial input, maybe to expand what we are doing, because you find that materials, tools have been a very great challenge in acquiring them. So you find that maybe something like storage of water we can't do, we do in jerry cans. So you find that finances has been the biggest thing. Yeah, because no one here is working, is employed. So you find that the little that we get, we also must eat, must pay the small cocoons that we stay in. Yeah. So you find that sometimes we share. You find that the two of us are sharing a room, so that we can at least fix that and be able to pay it. Yeah.
What do you think your greatest resource is?
As in, pardon, I'm not getting that.
What's your greatest strength?
The greatest strength, as in terms of resources.
What can I say? Our strength is just, I think, since we're in a team, that's our strength.
Yeah, unity. Because when it comes to labor, we give it fully as us, because we know the fruits is going to come to us. So when it comes to shamba, like now we want to go for shamba. That's why we came together. We want to go and put the seedlings. So it's the labor. It's what we have more. Yeah.
So any last words that you'd really like people around the world to know about you and your work? Any last words from all of you?
For what I can say is that I think unity is strength. And for what I may request, if there are people out there with that willing heart to help other people, we can come together, join hands together, work together, and help one another, make the world grow, not only us in Huruma, but the entire world, to avoid these issues of maybe if I want to come to visit any other country, I can't come because maybe I don't have that financial input. So if we have that, maybe partnership or networkings, exchange programs, such things, they can really help us, so that at least guys like us who have not get that opportunity to go to the universities, we can do it, what we are doing, and we can expand on it. Yeah.
Anything you'd like to add?
I can add, for those who are outside there, they should know that it does not matter how poor you are or how poor you are. The only thing that matters is what, if you are focused and you know what you are doing and you have a future, make sure that you have a future and you have some goals that you've set, work towards those goals. That's what I can tell people outside there.
What I can tell the youths is that not let the politicians use them. Yeah, they should come together and help one another as youth. Yeah.
Lemo?
Huh?
Any last word?
Any last word? I think you've all said the last word. I have nothing to say.
Okay.
It's down. Richie, do you have a word? You're cool. He's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. It's been an honor to be here with you, to talk to you, to have you share, and to learn about your work. And it's been really inspiring also.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.